Mic check 1 2 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2. It's tennis back to business. Let's go up. I know y'all like Quita. Where the you been? I'm laughing at myself because I got on this shirt. It's giving Where's Waldo vibes. Quita been out in these TikTok streets. No, but I do be posting more on TikTok. So if you would like to follow me on TikTok, this is my handle. I've really been healing. So when I started YouTube, I started for a different reason. If you go back and watch some of my other videos, I believe the chit chat with me and my sisters, I gave out a little few reasons. But as I started doing YouTube more, I lost my passion about it. It wasn't really me losing my passion about it. It was I didn't have the right people in my corner. Let's just be honest. Didn't have the right people. And that kind of been an ongoing theme for the past 3 years. I had to pause from doing YouTube because I caught myself talking about situations more on YouTube, and it came from an angry place, a victim mindset place. And I really had to do some unpacking. At the beginning of this month, I had caught the 19. Anytime that something is wrong with me, my body sends signals. And so for me to get sick like that, and I barely went anywhere, I was like, there's something wrong with me. So once I recovered, well, I have to do something. I always write, I journal, I sing my feelings out, I cry my feelings out, but none of that stuff will work. So I literally just got up one day and went to the library. Now, fun fact, before I get to the library, the last job that I worked at, I'm a people person. I like to talk to people. Just feel comfortable with talking to people and sharing my experiences. So this lady, she was like, oh yeah, did you ever think about counseling? I went to counseling 4 years ago. Not the way that I wanted to go because it was court ordered. I had got into some trouble. I'm not an angel always. But I was BSing the therapist, and I really wish that I wasn't BSing her at the time. So fast forward, I'm talking to the lady, telling her, yeah, I went to counseling. So she was like, I'm not the type of person that likes counseling, but there is this book that I can refer you to, and it helped me so much and heal a lot of my childhood trauma. So I'm like, okay, never written a book down or anything. After I recovered from being sick, I went to my local library, and I had a couple books in mind that I wanted to read. However, those books were checked out. The librarian, so patient with me because I was frustrated. Misplaced anger. Right when we walked over to the area of books that I was interested in, long and behold, the book that the lady told me to read was standing out. This one right here. When I say this book drugged me by the edges, every time that I found myself getting triggered, I wanted to put the book down, but I said, Quita, no, keep reading. There's a reason why you're getting triggered. They have 4 types of people pleasing in this book, this author, Emma Reed Terrell. Every last people pleaser I've done so in my life at one part or the other. The people pleasing thing that I was going through once my grandmother had passed away was the pacifier pleasing. Once I read this book, I realized how much my childhood affects my adult years right now, like how much I was conditioned to believe certain stuff. Earlier this year, I prayed and asked God to remove people and things from my life that wasn't for me, and everything was removing. Some people that should have been removed should have been removed a long time ago. Even reading this book, I was still trying to hold on to those people that served me no good, and I was like, Quita, the reason why you can't do the stuff that you want to do is because you have these people in your life. I realized about myself, because I'm so honest and open, people thought it was okay to trauma dump on me. They're like, okay, you went through all that trauma, you're still here. You can help fix me. That's not my job. I'm not a licensed therapist. I used to treat people how you want to be treated. Don't hurt other people's feelings because they hurt you. Just a whole bunch of, like, my mindset was like brainwashed. I really couldn't just keep coming on here making YouTube videos and I wasn't okay. And me editing, like, my stuff could have been way more better, but I did not like the person that I was looking at because that was not me. In the words of Erykah Badu, bag lady, the bags that I was carrying were other people's bags. And my grandmother, she raised me. She had a few of these people-pleasing things. She was a tough woman. She was mean depending on who you asked. She was loving depending on who you asked, but she meant well. And she, with her people-pleasing habits, it sent her to an early grave. My grandmother was young when she passed away. The year that she passed away was the year that she was supposed to retire. Now, I recall making videos like, oh, be careful who you're searching. I had misplaced anger. So I was at my grandmother's funeral, and there weren't a lot of people there. I see those people still now in passing of, oh, how much she helped, and y'all loved her, and whoop-de-whoop. I used to get so mad because it's like, but you weren't there. You didn't pay your respect. Before I read this book, I was very hurt at the wrong people. I should have been upset at myself because this book showed me that I needed to set firm boundaries and enforce them. I was too available. Being a people pleaser makes you too available. And once I started to set my firm boundaries, them same people that love me, they started hating me. It was a common theme going on for the past 3 years in my life. I could not understand why. I kept saying, it's that person, it's that person, it's that person. But no, it was me because I am the common denominator. Like, I am the factor. And I had to unpack and really be real with myself, like, what's going on? It was a point where I didn't even recognize myself. I hated looking at myself in the mirror because that was not me. Still trying to push through and do YouTube, knowing that I was not happy. I still got those videos on my page. If you just listen to how I speak, never mind appearance, came from a victim mindset. I was like, it's too much. I was giving away my power. When you're unhealed and you blame other people for the way that your life is, you're giving away your power. I have to do something about it. I'm over 200 pounds. Well, not today because your girl looking good. But I was over 200 pounds. I was looking like death. And ones that didn't care was still ring, 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 ring. Can you do this? Can you do that for me? And once I started saying no and realizing who was for me and who wasn't, because there was a point of time like I fumbled a lot of good people out of my life because I was so focused on who wasn't showing up for me that the ones that were showing up for me was like, well, damn, I'm here. Hey, I'm here. After reading this book, I was like, yeah, my boundaries have to get stronger. So all the people that fake played in my face, like, oh, Quita, you're this, you're that. Once I started setting up boundaries, oh, the mask came off. People really showed their true colors. Like, when you no longer give people permission to trauma dump, oh, that was a wake-up call for me. 1 minute, I was the greatest person of all time to, ain't nobody checking for you, Otis. Keep that same energy. I used to like mirror folks. I used to argue with people, and it's just like, why argue when you know what you do and what you don't do? And I'm at that point, I'm not arguing with nobody or fighting with anybody to stay in my life. I'm not obligated to fix anyone. Came to a point where I didn't want to do YouTube anymore because those same people, like, they would watch. And then they would nitpick. And now it's like, I don't care anymore. And I really got comfortable over in TikTok. The people that I cut access off to, they didn't even know that I was posting on TikTok until now. They still watch. Y'all the same ones that said nobody was checking for you, Otis. Yeah, the temptation is who's the one that last standing? Otis, right? Because where's David Ruffin? Rest in peace, no disrespect. I really had to go incognito, separate myself from everybody and everything to find myself again. Because I was letting people play in my face. I was dimming down my light. I was trying to be humble. And that was never me. Never, ever. So yeah, I'm going to start posting more. But that's a life update. My skin is going. Yeah, I just had to cut a few people loose. Now I understand why they say, don't tell everybody your moves, because everybody is not for you. And even if you made the mistake like I did, spilling and telling everybody that you thought were for you, your moves, it's still okay. You can still work around it. Just cut them off. Don't let them have access to you anymore. And people are going to talk. That's just life. People are going to talk. Let them talk anyways. Because those are going to be the same people that wish they treated you differently. They're going to wish they treated you better. The ones that's for me will always be for me. That I will always align with them. And the ones that decided to leave and never come back, thank you, because you're making room for people that are for me.